Okay, now we're moving into the sort of real hardcore business now, the first keynote session of the day. And the person who will be sort of leading you through that is the president of the World Marketing Association, is the co-founder of Asia Marketing Federation, the president of Indonesia Council for Small Business, ICSB, and president of the Asia Council for Small Business. In 2003, the United Kingdom's Chartered Institute of Marketing named him on the list of 50 gurus who've shaped the future of marketing. In 2009, he won the Distinguished Global Leadership Award from the Pan-Pacific Business Association at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. And he's also received Lifetime Achievement in Marketing Award from Jaya POS and an honorary doctorate from ITS Surabaya. He's internationally acknowledged as a speaker and lecturer, and he attended Harvard Business School's program on case method and participant-centered learning in Boston and Beijing. And that is, as some of you may know, designed for senior professors and deans of universities in Greater China and Singapore. It's my very great pleasure to welcome on stage Mr. Hermawan Kartajaya.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So first of all, I would like to congratulate Bangladesh Brand Forum, 10 years of anniversary. Shariful Islam, you are great. You are wow. Big hand to Shariful Islam. Number two, I would like to thank Marketing Society of Bangladesh, the guru, Professor Ferhat. Thank you. We AMF family is very happy. Yesterday, you set up a new standard together with Ashraf, the president of MSB, for AMF to make it difficult for the other members of AMF, especially Mongolian. The Mongolian will host our next meeting. It make it more difficult for Mongolian to reach the standard set up by Marketing Society of Bangladesh yesterday. And number three, so I like three: youth, woman, and nation. I have youth, woman, netizen, because I believe that youth, woman, netizen are the three new driving forces for any nation. So you can use it: youth, woman, netizen for nation. That's why I have my strong supporter, Madam Ferhat. I just make sure yesterday that she is here when I'm speaking. She gave me energy, really, because she is the woman, right? Woman, Madam of Ferhat. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have 45 minutes allocated to me to share about my latest book with Philip Kotler. I've been writing 7 titles with Professor Philip Kotler in the last 19 years. And 2 of the 7 titles I co-authored with Professor Wittenwan. Please stand up. This is my partner. He is the director of Nanyang Technopreneurship Center, Singapore. Okay, so the name of the book is Marketing 4.0. It will be unveiled here also in 2 o'clock in this afternoon. Thank you, Shariful. I will report to the boss. Oh, everyone will get the copy, e-copy. Thank you so much, Shariful. I think John Wiley will be happy and Kotler will be happy. I will report to him. So, Marketing 4.0 moving from traditional to digital. And so many friends of mine are very upset with me because Marketing 3.0 has been published by the same publisher, John Wiley, US, in the last 7 years and 27 languages licensed. And we have a museum in Bali, Museum Marketing 3.0. Marketing 1.0 is about product. If you try to develop good product and you push the product to the customer. 2.0 about understanding the customer. And then you prepare the product to the customer. And I have 3 levels of understanding the customer. Number 1 is need and want. This very skin level actually. If you go deeper, what I call expectation perception. But the 3.0 level of understanding the customer is if we understand the anxiety and desire. Why La La Land was beaten by Moonlight, I don't know, in Oscar. Actually, personally, I hope La La Land will win the Oscar because I like the music, right? And everybody was shocked when the announcement La La Land and then Moonlight. Maybe the anxiety and desire of 2,000 plus judges of Oscar. They don't like Trump probably. But they don't say it. That's it what we call anxiety. So if we understand the hidden level of need and want, don't talk about need and want anymore. After 3.0, need and want is, your competitor already know need and want. Expectation perception. Everybody. If you learn about customer service, okay, expectation. But anxiety, desire now. And in digital age, you can understand anxiety and desire of your customer easier, better. If you becoming friend, online friend, you don't need to talk with them. You don't need to discuss with them. You just observe what they upload, yeah, the picture, what they comment, and what they like, and what they don't like. So actually in the digital era, you can use 3.0, the human spirit, better. That's why 4.0 is only the extension of 3.0. Last night, my friend from AMF, who is very upset with, why 4.0? Hey, Hermawan, you always use this one, 3.0. How can now 4.0? You are the one who asked me. No. 3.0 is good. So 3 plus 1, 4.0, right? So 4.0 is only the extension of 3.0. My friend from Korea, Professor Kim Bo-jong, told me he will write about marketing 10.0, right? Okay, he is the Chief Imagination Officer of Korea. He is a professor of Dung-A, who will organize Kotler Marketing Prize in this December. Okay, next slide. So I always use why, what, how. That is my basic concept when I present anything. So before I explain about marketing 4.0, I'm telling you the new realities, the new paradox that is created by technology. Okay, next. Is there Xi Jinping, now the new Davos man? China becoming what? Champion of free trade. You cannot imagine. You never imagine this one. US used to be the champion of free trade. Now all of a sudden because of Trump, because of Trump. Trump is a shocking result of the election, right? And now Trump tried to contain America. And China, the new Davos man, obor, one belt, one road. Sounds scary to us, but this is the new reality. Let's face the new reality. And Europe, I think she's confused how to do Brexit. And Oxford, yesterday we enjoyed Oxford. Oxford dictionary last year, they mentioned post-truth is the most popular word of the year. Can you imagine? Technology now is used for bad, not only for good. Donald Trump claimed that he got the support of Pope Francis in Vatican, and he got 1.5 million clicks. Amazing, right? Pope never ever endorsed Donald Trump. But he has cyber army. Wow, sounds scary. Cyber army, and you can do whatever you want in the war. They use the technology. Politicians use the technology for bad sometimes, not all politicians. So I just give you warning that we and corporation, if you are brand manager, don't use technology for bad. You will die. Election, okay, every 5 years, and there is a deadline. And after the deadline, the result, we are shocked. Why Donald Trump won? Because now we becoming emotionally divided because of the technology. Go to TED Talk. In 2011, there is a blogger called Eli Pelizer. He already argued, be careful with technology. This is what he called filter bubble. You know, internet is meant to broaden our view, to get so many information, inclusive, horizontal, social. That's why I want in AMF to have new initiative, World Marketing Community. I used to be the president of World Marketing Association. It does not work offline. American does not want European to be the president of world, and European does not want American to be the world, and left it to Asia. And it does not work. That's why I want Bangladesh, Shariful Islam, with the support of MSB, to be the host of World Marketing Community online. Social, inclusive, and horizontal. That is the three characters of internet actually. But because of algorithm, it's dangerous. Filter bubble. They filter you. In 2011, Eli Pelizer in TED Talks, you can check in the internet. He has two friends, both of them are Caucasian, Americans, same age. They click in Google, Egypt, and the result is different. The first one got travel destination in Egypt. Wow, very good. But the second guy got what? War in Egypt. So, the first guy is very happy with Egypt because he always click traveling. He want to be happy. So, they got happy news from Google. But the other guy liked the sad story of war. And he got the sad story. So that's why now it's dangerous. And they use religion. They use ethnics. It's dangerous. Actually, internet want to have a world regardless of your nationalities, your faith, your ethnicity. This is one global world. But this is because of algorithm. Be careful. We becoming more narrow-minded. And they do it for money. They do it for money. Because if there are so many clicks to go to your web or your vlog or your blog, whatever, Google give you money, right? Cyber army, not always for ideology, but for money. This is very dangerous work. So that's why if you don't have the basic of 3.0, I'm not Muslim. I'm living in Indonesia, the biggest Muslim populated country in the world. But I'm Catholic. But I learned Islam. Prophet Muhammad is the example who can manage the paradox. Businessman and Al-Amin, trusted. Usually, traditionally, if you are businessman, you don't need to be honest. And if you are honest, you don't need to do business. Right? But Prophet Muhammad is great, can manage the paradox. That's why 3.0 was written based on this Prophet Muhammad spirit. It's true. It's true. Because 6 years ago, I helped the Central Bank of Indonesia to do rebranding of Sharia banking in Indonesia. So that's why I read a little bit about Al-Quran. And then I was amazed. Wow, this is very good. And now 27 languages. Best-selling in China, best-selling in Japan, best-selling in Portugal. I got invitation to go all over the world because of Marketing 3.0. Because human spirit, your product must be good. You must understand the customer, but do it with honesty. That's why Prophet Muhammad is called Al-Amin. And 27 languages in the last 7 years prove that Islam is rahmatan lil alamin. From Islam for the universe. Peace and love brought by Islam to the world. And every faith in the world actually have the same element. Peace and love. How to make the other human being better using our own religion. Hablum minallah, hablum minanas. Vertical is our own case. But horizontal is how we treat other people. And marketing is about the horizontal thing. So that's why John Wiley, in the beginning, and even Professor Philip Kotler does not understand why I bring faith to business. He does not agree. But finally I can convince them that we can use honesty in business. So, digital is paradox. You can use the technology for bad, you can use the technology for bad, for good. If you think about 3D printing, it's more dangerous. You can order revolver probably. You can order baby probably. But it's fit with your human spirit or not? With your conscience. So that's why 3.0 is still the basic. 4.0, 5.0, you cannot avoid technology. You cannot avoid technology, but be careful. You must have human spirit. That's why we maintain the name of our museum in Bali, Museum Marketing 3.0. Bali is Hindu island, but our Indonesian Hindu trust, believe in Trihita Karana, balancing between God, nature, and people. Again, vertical and horizontal. We in Christian in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, also vertical and horizontal. So, that is very important to understand 3.0 and 4.0. Okay, next. I have this very simple model. I always use simple model because I'm not a real professor. I like to teach, but I'm not a professor. I'm not a real PhD. My PhD is only honorary doctorate. I'm a failure story in education, so that's why I simplify the complex thing. I don't know how to complicate the simple thing. I put technology at the bottom, at the top, and Philip Kotler liked this model. And economy and market, this is the mainstream. And political legal, be careful, political legal. Politicians play in this area on the left side. And social culture, the people power on the right side. It's very simple, right? Okay, let's talk about the technology first. Next. 5 uncertainties: steam engine, mass production, ICT, and cyber physical production system. That is 3D. We are on the way to 4.0 technology. Now Germany already claimed industry 4.0. In China, everybody talking about 4.0. In Foshan, when CCPIT organized a conference, I was speaking there, everybody talking about, your professor also talking, China must follow 4.0. And 4.0 is dangerous, if you use the 4.0 for bad. This is the uncertainty. Next. Economy, laissez-faire, leave it to the market, and then a little bit control, government must intervene, and market fundamentalization, globalization, now protectionism. It's dangerous. Everybody want to protect the country, starting with Trump, right? Trump again. Now, Americans are very shocked. Why we elected Trump? So sometimes I'm thinking as Asian, is fit with the Western democracy or not? Sometimes Western democracy is too costly. We Indonesia experience that. Philippines also, Korea also. Is Asia? I have a conversation with the Secretary General of ACSP, Professor Kim Yong-jin, all the way from Korea this morning. I asked him a question. Is Asian very fit with Western democracy, to be honest? Is Western democracy guarantee us to elect the right leader? I don't know. Maybe we need a wise king. Eh? Asian needs king in whatever form, right? King could be a king, the real king, or one, I don't know, but the strong government, but wise, who clean themselves from corruption, clean themselves from crime and all the bad things. Maybe. Yeah? So, protectionism, you see? Next. Market from local to global to regional. They try to have EU. They try to have SAARC here. We try also in Southeast Asia. We have ASEAN, 10 countries. But it really work or not? Every members of regional union try to have bilateral also. In behind they try, okay, we have a regional confederation, but behind the regional confederation, they try to have bilateral. And Trump now, okay, I don't care about NAFTA anymore. I'm thinking about global and local. Seriously, this is my argument. Next. How about political leader? Ruler, king, trias politica, union, regionalism, and now populism. Populism is very dangerous. Populism is always meant for good, but could be used for bad. And Trump is the new populism. Brexit is populism. Now the Dutch is released because now the nation, what the great wilders was lost in the, now getting back to normal now. Now European becoming more rational. Because we are emotionally divided. Be careful, we becoming more emotional because of technology. It's very difficult to become more rational. Hopefully, now the next election in Europe, the voters will become more rational, right? Not so emotional anymore. Next, social culture, farmer, blue collar, white collar, and artists will be the next big thing. So Sariful is artist, you know. In Silicon Valley, most of them are engineers, but they are not only understand engineering. They try to understand business, and basically Mark Zuckerberg is artist. Bill Gates, artist. They design everything to becoming one. Business here, engineering here, that is artist. That's why don't tell your children to have mathematics 10 or A in the school. Just go to artist school, right? Design and culture, whatever. Because if you are artist, you will win the world. But this is the 5 uncertainty that I noticed. And there are 2 decoupling. I didn't mention here. Between political, legal, and economy. We traditionally believe that we have to be in fully democratic Western system in order to have capitalistic system and economy. But now China proved not following Western democracy, but capitalistic system works in China. Decoupling number 1. Decoupling number 2. That I found out in ICSB, International Council for Small Business. It is a 61-year-old organization started by George Washington University. I'm lucky. Now I'm the president of ACSB. That's why ACSB and AMF must work together. Marketing and entrepreneurship needs each other in 3.0 spirit. I learned that now every country with big company, capitalistic system means that you aggregate the capital, right? Needs entrepreneurship in terms of small business, in social culture. I went to US, the government support small business. In China, they support business. In Korea also, chaebol. In Japan also. Wow, they have good conglomerate, but they cannot rely to conglomerate only. But they need entrepreneurship. And usually in big companies, entrepreneurship is gone. The real entrepreneurship is gone. The real entrepreneurship, the true spirit of entrepreneurship is alive when you are small. And the dangers of all big companies, the longer you are, the bigger you are, the more global you are, the very difficult to have an entrepreneurship. If only board of directors are entrepreneurial and the employee not entrepreneurial, you will die. We need sense and response system in the company, not command and control anymore. Because technology will move everything very fast, and we need an entrepreneurial organization. That's why marketing cannot live without entrepreneurship, but entrepreneurship cannot live without marketing. If you have the entrepreneurial spirit, for me it's only 3 criteria. There are a lot of definition of entrepreneurship, but to me it's entrepreneurship, the opportunity, not threat. Opportunity, an entrepreneur can take the risk, will take the risk after seeing the opportunity, not avoid the risk. And entrepreneurs are ready to collaborate with other people. When professionals only see the threat, only avoid the risk, and always want to do it by themselves because they want to show I'm very good. But entrepreneur, no. Entrepreneurs are ready to collaborate with other people. So that's why I question, is professional still good or not? I question. In Indonesia, I always question. You are proud to be professional. For me, professional is a discipline. You are trained to be a professional in your school, whatever, your medical doctor, but the science is moving so fast. Your discipline maybe 10 years ago, if you have bachelor degree, master degree, even PhD degree in the last 10 years, maybe your concept is already outdated. That's why professional needs entrepreneurship. Next. This is my favorite model. Main Street, expressway, and long and winding road. You see, technology for bad, very expressway. People will adopt the technology for good and for bad. Right? But if we have Western democracy, it's very hard to have new regulation to control the technology for bad. Is that right? You always have opposition, you always have, headache. So that's why all the regulation is always late. Uber, late. The government demonstration all over the world. We need the technology. But how we regulate Uber? Airbnb, the regulation are always late. Because the power play of politician. Sorry, long and winding road. This is expressway. And we as marketers, as a businessman, we must use the technology for good. Understand the market. But the market is always influenced by the new rule, the new regulation, and the new behavior of the social culture. This is the paradox. Okay, next. And now what? Next. This is my hypothesis now. We need entrepreneurship, we need creativity, we need productivity. My model in marketing is very simple. In all my book with Philip Kotler, PDB, positioning, differentiation, branding. Differentiation is the most important in marketing. We don't sell the commodity. If we have a brand without commodity, the positioning will not be strong. But positioning needs entrepreneurship. Without entrepreneurship, you cannot position yourself rightly. Because landscape is changing so fast. So you have to review your positioning from time to time. You need entrepreneurship. You need creativity to create differentiation. Not only differentiation at the skin level, differentiation in color, whatever. What is your new DNA? We need to create new differentiation from time to time. We have to be creative. And we need productivity in branding. That's why 4.0 is not about brand equity. David Acker already have a very good book about brand equity. We are talking about brand productivity. Because in this online era, it's very difficult to measure the productivity. This is productive or not? We need go online. We need go offline. Online will not replace offline. This is the paradox. But we have difficulty in measure the productivity of our effort. And if you refer to World Economic Forum, productivity is still the last measure, whether you are competitive or not. Check the World Economic Forum. And we can learn from the three new forces in the world. Next. 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 You see, entrepreneurship from Prophet Muhammad. Sorry, the only prophet who has entrepreneurship is Prophet Muhammad. My prophet is Jesus. Muslim prophet also, right? Jesus. But he is not a businessman. Right? But Islamic entrepreneurship and Generation M, 1.8 million young Muslim embrace modernity. I'm not terrorist. Don't frame Islam as a terrorist. But I embrace the modernity. But I apply Islamic lifestyle. This is a new movement. This is the new reality, whether you like it or not. We hosted in Indonesia, next, Selina Jan Muhammad. She is in Ogilvy now worldwide, and Ogilvy has the Islamic division. Because so many brands, global brands, taking care about this new lifestyle. And she said, if you are painting the bigger picture, there is a growing middle class and developing economy, and there are huge Muslim population, 1.8 million, she claimed. In these economies as well, it means the Muslim middle class, particularly the young and growing influencers, will have an impact of our wider world. This is the new force. Next. Western inspiration. Farid Zakaria claimed this is post-American world. American influence is going down. But be careful. West is still very good, especially with the creativity. The new star is not Bill Gates anymore. This is a new star. Next. Elon Musk. He was born in South Africa, but he went to US because US is the country of possibility. In Asia, we have to kiss the hand of the senior. How can we be creative in Asia? We have to respect the senior. Respecting the elders is very good, but sometimes killing the creativity. In Silicon Valley, you can do whatever you want. That's why Elon Musk from South Africa, he went to Silicon Valley. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. We must learn innovation and creativity from the West. Next, and Confucian wisdom. China's disruptors. This is the new book. Next, you see? Who is the star? Jack Ma. He's Chinese, but he's very internationalized. He used to be poor. You know Confucius told us to work hard, to save money. Don't waste money for playing only. He used to be an English teacher, right? You know the story lah. eBay may be a shark in the ocean, but I'm a crocodile in the Yangtze River. If we fight in the ocean, we lose. But if we fight in the river, we win. So how we face this new reality and we balance between among Islam entrepreneurship and Western creativity and Confucian productivity. We are trained, I'm Chinese, 7th generation in Indonesia. I'm trained by my father. You have to save money, you have to work hard, please remember productivity and everything. And Confucianism is not only in China. Yeah? Japan also used Confucian wisdom, Korea also, and even Vietnam. Yeah? Okay, so this is the new forces in the world. Next. And this is marketing 4.0 now. It's easier to understand marketing 4.0 after you understand the two previous parts. Next. Marketing 3.0, 27 languages. 26 plus English. Now, we launched it in Jakarta in December, only 2 months, already 12 languages licensed. And Philip Kotler hope that this is more than 27 languages. Next. Before internet come, only 4A, aware, attitude, act, and act again. This is created by one professor in Kellogg School of Management. You bomb the customer, creating awareness vertically. And then, if you have money, so they will have positive attitude to you. From nothing to something. And then, you give discount, they will try to buy your product. And then you give loyalty card, they will repeat. That is the measurement of loyalty. We redefine loyalty in our book. Because this is pre-internet. Now, next. Appeal and asking. In this internet world, in this digital world, you must appeal the customer. And then you must give chance to them to ask you. And you must be ready with the question. In the pre-internet world, you don't care about the asking. You better don't ask me. I have money, I bomb you with my hypothesis. And please believe me, now no more. If you are not appealing, you will die. Because so many competitors in online, right? So that's why the first paradox is how you balance between online and offline. The second paradox, how you balance style with substance. You need style, but customer needs substance. Style in appealing and substance in asking. But next, we redefine loyalty, not only repeat, but advocacy. The traditional word of advocacy is word of mouth, but this is different, not word of mouth. Like is advocacy. Upload is advocacy. Comment is advocacy. So many types. That's why we cannot call it word of mouth anymore. Advocacy is the new measurement of loyalty, not only repeat. Next. So we have two new measurement to measure the productivity of our brand. Number one is purchase action ratio and brand advocacy ratio. Next. What is PAR? Act divided by aware. If 100% people aware of your brand and only 50 people act, so 50% your productivity. But next is aware, act, next. So if you have 1% brand awareness, if you want to increase the brand awareness 1%, if you know the PAR, next, so it will be easy. If you know the PAR 0.5, you want to increase brand awareness 1%, so you know already that how many people will buy from you. Next, 0.5%. Next, PAR, advocate divided by aware. PAR is about how many people buy from you out of the people who are aware about your brand. But PAR, how many people advocate. Next. This is like financial analysis, you know, financial report, yeah, Dupont ratio. We use the financial language. Appeal divided by aware, ask by appeal, act, ask, advocate, and act. Next. This is advocate divided by aware. This is the measurement, how productive you are in creating awareness. If you create awareness but nobody advocate you, actually you waste your money, right? This is about brand productivity, not brand equity. Next. So we have 4 new words in the book. Attraction. You must increase attraction. So you will increase the ratio of appeal, 100 aware, and how many appeal. Next. Curiosity. How many asking? Because curious. Third, terminology is commitment. After asking, how many acting? And the other one, the last one, is what we call affinity. ACCA. So if you want to know the complete information, buy the book. Oh no, you already got the book, yeah? So every of you, because of Sariful Islam, he is very good. I negotiated with the publisher, he got a special price, yeah? And he will give you all the ebook. So thank you very much for your time to listen to me. Hopefully you learn something today, yeah? Thank you.